of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Brother Grimm! Canadian Spider-Man! It's Man Squatch! Snorter Scooper, my favorite polar bear on YouTube! Gun Bunny and Shockwave! Mephisto's movie reviews. Jill Power is the River Daughter. Psychodorf 9. Mary's Game Room. Whispers of the Wrench of Wrenches. Roll Tide, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, my brother. The Mad Doctor, a day outlaw. Longest Patek! The little penguin sheriff Punkwaddle! A little cotton from Cotton Ministries! The immortal Ghost Rider! Project Cambrian! Ready! Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Do I sound okay? Oh my God.
Captain,
what
the
is
mic
going
is
on?
hot this morning. It's time to wake the neighbors if they're not woken up already. Jesus. Loki broadcasting on all forms of gain knobs this morning. Hell yeah.
Seriously, is it all fucked up?
No, we can hear you.
No. Is it like too hot? The damn mic stand, the whole thing, like the whole assembly came off, so I had to like redo everything.
It is a little high in the I mean, if you talk louder than normal, you're probably gonna have some clipping issues. It is rather hot, but you know, technical difficulties all around. That's what happens when we don't rehearse and do things live. Good morning, everybody. It's lovely to see you all for another fantastic week in 2025. I hope you're ready, because I don't know what the hell's happening today, but I hope you're all doing all right. It's good to see you all.
Oh, please connect the device. What do you mean, please connect the device?
Yep. It's 2025, new year, same old shit.
That's just great.
It is. That's okay. We'll roll with it. That's what we do.
It is kind of hot, isn't it? How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I can hear you just fine. I don't know what it sounds like live in the broadcasting world, but you're coming through all right on my end.
I blame it on the whole damn mic assembly coming off the desk this morning.
Mephisto says it's still hot. I don't know. We may just have to deal with it this morning. Yeah. It was one of those free things. But
I don't want to have to deal with it this morning.
Well, then don't worry about it.
How is that? That's like super low.
No, it's fine. We can.
Is that higher?
No, I can hear you just fine. I guess the analog input gain change. Who knows? That's all right. It's hot, but it's bearable. Punkwaddle saying it's hot, but it's bearable. A little bit. Little bit of distortion. Screw it. We'll do it live. Who cares? We'll just let it go. It's not like we're a multi-million-dollar show running here where people expect the best of the best. Let's be real. Oh my God.
How about that?
Now you're way too low.
God help me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is playing on your devices right now.
Better?
You're very low. Very low.
God only knows.
Should we take a 10-minute delay and then just go 10 minutes overtime this morning while Loki retweaks all this stuff? Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's at 50.
Okay, well that's a little better.
Okay.
That's actually a lot better. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you what.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, everyone. You stay there and I'll bring myself down a bit and we'll just do a little morning ASMR here on ZeroHour.
What seems to be your boggle?
Thank you for calling Zero Technical Services. What seems to be the problem?
This is Donji.
This is Don J. Smith from Alkaline Industries here in Bamboo, Texas. We understand. Bamboo. Well, you know, they just make shit up. Like nobody who calls who has a name like Don J. Smith or whatever is actually American or anything like that. Come on. Sir, have you tried turning your microphone off and then on again? I'm probably pissing off a lot of Indians right now. I guarantee you that, but oh well. You know what? We're taking back our freedom here. So I got 0 Fs to give this year. We're just going to do what we do. Sheriff Punkwaddle.
Sheriff Punkwaddle.
Made the coffee a little.
I heard you lost this weekend. I actually lost a round of Mario Kart.
Overall, I came in second, but I have no problem pulling up the photographic evidence that says I am still number 1 overall by a rather large margin. But you know what? In all honesty, man, I was just not on my game on Saturday. I was screwing up. I was falling off the edge. I was peeling out. I was doing all sorts of shit. It was not my time. I never claimed to be an expert. I'm decent.
We're all fine. We're all fine here. Yeah. Thank you.
But we're all fine. We're all fine.
How are you? Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Large leak, have to lock it down. That was boring conversation anyway. Oh, I know.
I know.
How's Trudy?
He's you know what? I don't know. She, I don't know. Pat asks, when are the Mario playoffs? I don't know. Anytime. Depends on how many times Snowdub wants to lose. Trudy, well, it's been an interesting few weeks for him, to say the absolute least. I honestly don't know how he's doing because up until recently, he was pretty much enjoying his winter vacation with family. And while our entire country burns, no pun intended, I'm sorry for the people of California. You know, our hearts go out with you as well. That's why we got Canadian water planes flying over to help you guys out. You know, while our entire country is in shambles, he was enjoying his Christmas vacation. And then he made a few sporadic appearances to do what he does best, which is embarrass himself in front of not only our country, but everyone else's as well. So how is he doing? You'd probably have to ask him himself, although he's not going to tell you the truth.
Well, let's go back in time really quick and look at one of the most interesting articles I know I've ever read, and that is Trudeau demands protesters stop shutting down city so that he can shut down the city for them. After emerging from his top secret hidey hole, Canadian Prime Minister Trudy gave a fiery speech before the House of Commons. In it, he demanded truckers stop shutting down the city in order to give the government room to shut down the city instead. Let me be clear, said the frail little socialist girl claiming to be Trudeau. Shutting down roads, limiting people's movement, restricting people's freedom, and shutting down the city is unacceptable. It's the government's job to do that. We must break the back of this fascist blockade so that I may freely shut down the roads, limit people's movement, restrict people's freedom, and shut down the city. Trudeau then dropped his mic and tried to exit the building, but got stuck. trying to push on a door that said pull.
I can verify as a Canadian, this is highly accurate. I mean, this reads as entirely satirical, but yes, this does also. This is highly accurate stuff. This is top, but pay attention. Top quality journalism right here, folks. You may think he's screwing around, but this is some accurate shit we're dealing with here.
Upon hearing his statement, several dozen people in Ottawa's House of Commons in the National Capitol building of Cuba stood to their feet and cheered. Trudeau is promising to give the people more of what they want if the Freedom Convoy is defeated. I promise you more mask mandates, more forced vaccinations, and more firings. Science, said the Prime Minister before slipping on a banana peel and falling face first down the stairs. When reached for comment, truckers released an official statement. Honk, honk.
So
Trudy,
he pulled a,
ladies and gentlemen.
So he pulled a George Bush Jr. No, he didn't choke on any nuts out in public that we know of. What year was that? February
22.
2022.
That's right.
You know,
this is today.
This is today.
This is today.
That is the face of a man who is just feeling defeat from all angles.
He can no longer report success to his socialist Cuban masters. So he's going to use his poison tooth to end things, the cyanide tooth to end it all, because he can no longer follow his father's rules. Yes, I'm talking about the king of Cuba, Fidel Castro.
Oh, I thought
that he claims to be his dad.
I see. I thought you were talking about that one, the one that sold our entire country out for taxes when he was prime minister in the first place. But yeah,
well, he was the first one to get caught by a red in the bedroom. He had to sit there and watch as his wife was ravaged by a Cuban drug lord.
Sit there and watch. He was probably fapping his ass off to that. You know what? As a Canadian, am I going to get in shit with this? You know what? You don't know where I am. It doesn't matter. But this is highly accurate. Very highly accurate. Cuban masters, more like CCP heroes, when he did say he was impressed by their leader. You know, to be serious for a second, we all remember the trucker convoy and the mandates and
that's why I went ahead with the one we just
and you know, and we all remember what it was all about. A boot, you know, this is about respect, is about forced vaccinations. Did I get poked? Yes, I didn't have a choice. I understand. But the moment
you can go back for your second one, right?
I had to, yeah, because the first one wasn't effective enough, so we need to poke you with a little bit.
So you got a booster. Did you get anything after that?
No, I didn't get the booster. No, I just got the first one,
the follow-up shot,
and then the follow-up, and I didn't.
So no boosters. Did you get it again?
Nope.
Twice? No, just the one time.
Never got anything after.
You might be safe. You don't know.
We might be safe. But I mean, we remember what was going on through the convoys and the mandates and, you know, all this stuff. But I tell you, the moment he really, really, really started collectively pissing the entire country off. I mean, imagine you living in a country where your president just decides to freeze all your bank accounts. All right, you're not going to listen to me. We're going to freeze all your assets. You're getting no money. You're not getting paid. You're not taking anything out. What the hell?
That does not sound like a civilized society to me.
No, it does not. But he just decided to say, hey, all right, you don't want to play my game? I'm going to freeze all your bank accounts. And you know what? They did. And for a lot of people who even voted liberal throughout his 2 or 3 terms that he's gone through over the last 10 years, a lot of liberals will say that was the moment they decided no more, we're done. You start screwing with our livelihood, that's it. You're done. I've had enough. And you know what? The country has had enough. You look at the conservative numbers now, it's a landslide because Pierre Poilievre, I don't care, say what you will, he's the only guy that's giving us hope right now. And I'm not going to run on forever about this because I said my piece about it last week. But Canadians need hope.
In the States, now, in all seriousness here, in the States, They're saying that what's his name? Singh is going to be there. There's no other option. That's all you
Oh,
get.
Jerk Meat Sting is going to be our prime minister. Yeah, no, I'll tell you, Singh, the guy who has been Trudeau's puppet for the entire time he's been in office, and now when the Liberals start losing their numbers and they all start saying we're going to start voting no confidence, please. Jagmeet Singh is one of Trudeau's biggest puppets I have ever seen in my entire life. And you ask anyone, he's just sticking around so he can get his pension, so he can retire at a nice early age and get his pension. He doesn't give a shit. But the moment Trudy starts losing popularity, not that he had much to begin with, Jagmeet Singh's going to suddenly flip-flop and say, no, we never trusted you. Yet he's the one that went along with every single one of Trudy's plans. He followed them along like a lost little dog, just hoping he would have someone pay attention to him. And the moment Trudy's in the shit, Jagmeet says, no, we never liked him. The dude doesn't know the difference between a potato and an apple. And for those of you that know, you'll know. But there is
Sean
no way
said
in hell.
the correct term is bitch.
The correct term is bitch. I'm sorry. That's right. But there is no way in hell Jerk Meek Sting is going to be anywhere close.
Chris Berger, my man, the wrench of wrenches, says if anyone that Mike Roch had a huge puppet hole hasn't met Jagmeet Sting, Zeropium is 100% right.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, let's look at this real quick. Ottawa, amid growing public outcry across the country, the Canadian government announced that embattled Prime Minister Justin Trudeau would be humanely euthanized after his resignation.
so they're not even going to do it now. They're going to let him make his unceremonious exit and then say, we're not done with you yet.
The announcement revealed that in accordance with what has become a Canadian tradition, the old unuseful Prime Minister would be quietly put out of his misery to prevent him becoming a burden to his fellow citizens. He has lived a full life, but is now exceeded his
Jesus. I love how official this sounds. I mean, they're not beating around the bush here. They're using some very nice technical terms to put this bluntly in one way or the other.
He has lived a full life, but has now exceeded his usefulness, said Benjamin Cloutier, a spokesman for the Canadian government's Department of Euthanasia. We are thankful for Mr. Trudeau's service and have assured him that he will meet his end peacefully and painlessly. It's the Canadian way, eh?
Oh my God. If I may I do a South Park reference here?
Oh, by all means.
Since we do need some Canadian blood while reading this Canadian article. Trudeau was stoic in a brief statement confirming the end of his life. We put up a good fight, but what are you going to do? He said. We achieved a lot of historic things under our leadership. Most of them were just really awful, but historic nonetheless. I am honored to have served as Prime Minister, buddy, and bid all Canadians a fondue. Farewell. So long, folks. Adios, muchacho. Hey, Dad, what's up? I'm coming for you. This is not about resignation. This is about respect. It's about friendship. Oh, my God. Shortly followed by Quebec. You know what? That was the other thing, too. I mean, in as crazy a situation that everything is in. Again, if I could be serious for a minute. Thank you, Lance, whatever that wrestler's name was, the boring Canadian guy. I forget his name. That's going to bother me. Anyway, it's funny when you think back to, 20, 30, 40 years ago with the Quebec separatists and everything that was going on and the road to referendum and the separation and all this kind of stuff going on. It is pretty funny to think that for as long as that's been going on, it was all kind of just swept under the rug. Like Quebec's going to do what Quebec's going to do. They're going to do practice France things and live their lives over there. But Canada is now at a point where the threat of Quebec separatism is inching its way back up the list to Canadian problems that we have to deal with. Like, things are so out of control. Quebec separatism is now becoming a public issue again. For how long, I don't know, because Quebec is going to Quebec any day of the week. But man, Loki, do you want to finish off this fascinating article for us? I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Keely Chow says Lance Storm. Is that him?
Yes, Lance Storm. Thank you very much. Thank you. I was going to say, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Trudy did bring a set of laws that allowed for euthanasia for the chronically depressed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
okay.
That's
so,
yeah.
He is. Oh, yeah, we read that part.
Yeah.
Trudeau was stoic in a brief statement confirming the end. We put up a good fight, eh? But what are you going to do? We've achieved a lot of historic things. I wore a dress in Parliament. Under our leadership, I've taken it in the rump from multiple presidents of others.
Some of which I enjoyed, buddy.
Most of them were just really, really awful. Oh, yeah, that worked out perfectly. But historic nonetheless. I'm honored to have served as Prime Minister and bid all Canadians upon farewell. So long, folks. And thanks for all the fish. Following his formal resignation, go ahead.
We got good fish. Thanks for all the fish. Hey, maybe that's what Margaret Trudeau's vag smells like. Oh, she did officially bang every one of the Rolling Stones. And I'm not being sexist or insensitive. That's just public knowledge. I'm sorry. That's the way it is.
Mm-hmm. Trudeau was expected to have a brief reception with family and close friends at a local Tim Hortons for coffee and donuts before being escorted by government agents to his final resting place. At publishing time, Canadian officials revealed that memorial services for Trudeau would be held later in the week, where citizens could look forward to ice fishing, lacrosse, and pancake socials, and the traditional 21 Moose salute, eh?
Whew. That's a mouthful, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I let me put this in a way. Here, yeah, here's one. Trudeau is eager to serve. He's on his hands and knees working night and day. Oh my God. I will put this in a way where Trudeau can understand.
He's been under a lot of shit. He has
been under a lot of shit, but on behalf of all Canadians and on behalf of all French Canadians, I'm going to butcher the hell out of this. I really am. But on behalf of all French Canadians who also don't like him, I'll tell you what. Bonjour, Trudy. Va te faire foutu.
Loki has a nearly perfect Canadian Rex Murphy accent going. Oh, really, eh?
For those that don't know, I'm gonna drop my first one. For those that don't know, I just said, hello, Trudy. Go fuck yourself.
Well, there you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
There's F-bomb number one. There we go.
I mean, how much trouble has he been in? I mean, you can take one look at this, and I mean, you know, he was like, I really need a new mustache, and I mean, it's perfect. You know?
It's a good look for him. I mean, it really is a good look for him. I like that it matches his hair color. You can tell it's natural. Trudeau attempts to distract from Nazi controversy by growing cool new stash, buddy. Oh my God. After an embarrassing incident. Okay, I promise the whole show isn't going to be like this.
Oh, really? No, by all means, go ahead.
Oh my God. After an embarrassing incident in which Canadian government honored a Nazi SS veteran in Parliament, Canada's dictator Justin Trudeau attempted to distract from the controversy, buddy, by unveiling some cool new facial hair. If there's anything has been a real asset to me in my career, it is my beautiful Cuban hair, said Trudeau. Official statement. media reporters. Canadians will swoon, buddy, when they see me sexy new mustache. Why am I suddenly going like
Oh, yeah.
Canadians, they will see my sexy new mustache, and all will be forgiven. When do we, the sonne strahlen wils mus du zires so brennen? I probably butchered the hell out of that, but that's what happens when we do it live. Hundreds of gathered supporters gasped with delight line upon seeing Trudeau's new look for the first time. Members of the Liberal Party of Canada applauded the deft move by Trudeau, praising his new look as sophisticated, alluring, and wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
We are so grateful to our beloved Trudeau for helping Canada move past this dark and humiliating chapter, said MP Anna Gainey. Just look at him. He's so dreamy, eh? Oh my God. You know what, Trudy? Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You and that mustache, Uncle Fucker. Even Mario's back there saying, God damn, look at the fucking stash on that prick. Shit.
At publishing time, Trudeau attempted to further make amends for the shameful incident by insinuating a day of remembrance in honor of the guy who killed Hitler.
I'm surprised.
Just so happened to be a Russian.
It just so happened. I'm surprised he wasn't trying to take credit for that. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. But with news closer to home, ladies and gentlemen, 10 things that caused the California wildfires.
Hmm.
A little closer on, a little more on our neck of the woods than
we're going south there. This state is literally burning, while ours is just burning in every other way except with fire. So hey, you know what? We're all brothers in flames today.
As the world continued to look on in shock at the devastation being caused by multiple wildfires ravaging Southern California, people have been looking for what or who is to blame. To streamline the finger-pointing process, the Babylon Bee compiled the following list of likely causes of the California wildfires. Lack of diversity in the fire department. Nothing causes more devastation than placing the most qualified candidates in positions based on merit.
Wow.
Capitalism. When was the last time you heard about wildfires happening in a socialist utopia?
Exactly.
It's all capitalism's fault right there. Plastic straws are to blame, ladies and gentlemen. The effect of you drinking your iced fraps through plastic straws can be felt across the country. You must stop now and submit to paper straws, which are worse for the environment, worse for you, in every way, shape, or form. So, drink paper straws that cause more damage to you and the environment, please.
Yeah. I mean, what happens to the paper ones when they dry up and they aren't they going to burn?
Steve.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck Steve.
There's two. There's three simultaneous.
Oh, here's the big one right here. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the cause of so much strife, angst, and hilarity here in the United States. January 6th. Further evidence that the attempted insurrection is a wound that will never heal. This is happening to tell you that this is nature fighting back against Orange Man Bad, ladies and gentlemen. The craziest shit I've ever heard, which I have heard that this horrible thing happened to this part of the country. That's nature kicking the shit out of you for supporting Orange Man Bad. Well, racisms. Mexican Iron Man's favorite word, racism.
Oh, no.
The flames of a wildfire are nothing compared to the scourge of white supremacy.
Bullshit. Is white privilege even a thing anymore? There's no such thing as white privilege. If anything, whites are getting shunned more than anybody else. Yeah, hot topic. I probably just pissed some more people off. But you know what? I'm going back to number 4. It's all Steve's fault. Fuck that guy.
It's all Steve's fault. It's all Steve's fault.
Mm.
It's always all Steve's fault. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Play me a song, Mr. Piano Man.
He claims he didn't start the fire, but we know better.
Well, you know what? We built this city on rock and roll, and the fires burned it down.
Holy shit. I don't even...
Oh.
Oh, God.
The Jews? Something bad happened, buddy? You know who to blame.
You know who to blame. It's all their fault.
Holy crap.
Negative reviews of The Acolyte. None of this would have happened if Star Wars fans weren't filled with so much hate.
I think it's wow. Yeah, I'm actually at a loss for words. This is blowing my mind right now.
Number 10.
Top notch.
The top reason why the fires in California happened, Donald Trump. They tried to warn us about him. Now look what happened.
Has he officially purchased Greenland yet? Do we have any idea?
No, but they're open to it. They're like, yeah, let's do it.
They are.
Let's get this done. Oh, yeah.
Can you believe the madness that was going on this week? It's like, just imagine getting rid of that fictionary line with U.S. and Canada. Well,
think about this. All this stuff in the UK happens, and suddenly there's a giant fire that's consuming the state of California, and we've got our own issues to deal with.
Yeah. Kind of ironic. And you know what? I rallied for Orange Man around here because I wanted him to be able to fix a lot of what's going on with your country. Again, I know, hot topic. We're just blaming Orange Man for everything. Orange Man? Fire orange. Coincidence? I think not. What's going on here, buddy? This calls for the Canadian CIA to do what they do best and have 20 people standing around talking about it But, I rallied for him around here because I wanted him to help you guys out. I wanted you to have a way to get your country back in order, to take back everything that mattered to you. And then lo and behold, I see all the comments floating around online and on the news. Yeah, the news that our liberal government is bought and paid for. I can't wait for them to get defunded this year. We got so much to look forward to north of the border. And then we start seeing all this stuff saying, well, we don't need to buy their cars. They send us 200,000 cars a year. We don't need them. We don't need their milk. We have enough milk. But just imagine if we annex Canada with economic force. I'm thinking, is something eating your brain, dude? Just calm down. I know he likes to spot weakness and go after it, but everybody's got enough problems right now. Just relax a little bit.
Everybody's off tilt, but I think that's the thing. Is this is all throwing everything off tilt to a good spin.
It's weird. I mean, it's fun to joke about. I even said it. Can't wait for Canada to become the 51st state. Realistically, no, we're never going to do that. It's never going to happen. We need to work together. We don't need their milk. We don't need their dairy. All right, Donald, I guess you won't be needing our energy sources, our fresh water supply, and the crude oil and natural gas that we sell you at massive discounts every year. But you're not talking about that, are you? But man, can't we all just get along?
Well, speaking about whose fault it is, Gavin Newsom reassures all the fire victims he will be prepared next time. Now that he knows that water is useful in fighting fires, he will be ready.
Man, I was getting ready to throw sandbags on it all. Shit, I had it all wrong.
As wildfires continued to spread destruction across large swaths of California, Governor Gavin Newsom reassured victims of the fires that he'll be more prepared next time now that he knows water is useful in fighting fires. In a meeting with a crowd of people whose homes, cars, and belongings had been incinerated by the fire, Newsom reiterated that he won't dump all the state's water into the ocean next time, as it could come in handy battling the blaze. I'll be the first to admit having some water available would have been beneficial, Newsom said. But now that we've been informed that water is helpful for extinguishing fire, we'll make sure not to put it all back into the ocean. This time was an unavoidable mistake. We just didn't know. I plead ignorance. Now that we've learned our lesson, next wildfire season should go a bit more smoothly.
We didn't listen. And we paid for it, buddy. We didn't listen.
From an incompetent Canadian that's like, hey, buddy, why don't you come on my bloody buddy? To Gavin fucking Newsom. I honestly don't know which one is worse. I mean, at least we're lucky and Gavin only has that shithole to take care of. That everybody shits all over. That everybody steals. Everybody lies. I'm just like, God help me. Not everybody. There's some good people out there. Especially a couple of good people that we know really well.
There are. It is out
God
there.
help.
It is out.
But guys, get this guy out of here.
No kidding, right? I mean,
Newsom's statement came after several days of intense research into fires and how to put them out, in which his staff discovered that water was the oldest and most effective substance used by human beings to extinguish flames. At the time of publishing, Newsom further reassured fire victims that the state would be even better prepared for the next wildfire season by asking the Delta smelt fish if California could borrow back some of the water that it gave them.
I'm still completely mind blown that we figured out that water is actually applicable for fighting fires.
Mike's like, fuck it all. I have no empathy for California. Zero, zilch, nada.
You know, realistically speaking, you know, when you talk about liberals and all this kind of leftist, you know, bullshit and everything that's going on, can you really blame the state of California for doing a hard reset like this? Yeah, I know that sounds a little insensitive, but I can tell you Mexican Iron Man is probably not the only one who thinks that way and says, fuck it, let it burn. Yes, I know that's insensitive. I know a lot of people are affected by that who probably don't deserve to be affected by that. But that's the state of the world we're in. Everybody's, you know, there's a line drawn through everything. Can't we all just get along? We didn't listen. We're sending you water. Was that a mistake? What? I mean, shit, you throw a brick through a window. You expect it to stick? Send us your water. We need to put out the fire. Throwing our gas on it isn't helping. It's been, you know, I mean, 2025 is barely 2 weeks old. And there's still so much bleed through of shit from 2024 and beyond. And we're already kicking it off into high gear with all this crazy shit that's going on. You know, I mean, are we just getting a little bit older and we start to see things in a little bit different light? You know, things start to affect us a little bit differently.
Speaking of seeing things in a different light, you know how you've always got Gavin Newsom like painted up as the Joker? Everybody always does that. They always do the Joker makeup over Gavin Newsom. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. We've got Gavin Newsom as the Joker.
Oh my God. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Jesus. I can't.
Smarmy Quinn.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, buddy. Oh, Chris Persia threw up in his mouth too. Yep, that's great. Thanks, Loki.
Oh, you're welcome.
You are very welcome. I mean, you know, last week it was Trudy in a dress, and now we got this shit going on.
Oh, Jay, what's up, Jay, with the $5 super chat? Jay coming in, starting the morning off right, brother.
Woo.
Says, I'm in the same boat as Mim, as a Californian that hasn't left yet. These aren't our neighbors or family. They're all tools.
Mm.
Have you heard about the he's going to do Delta City next? He's already planning on recovering the Palisades and taking all that middle America out of California and doing Delta City.
Delta City. Are they going to have Ed 209s walking around in there?
They've already got the robots doing it. So yeah, why not?
Freeze. You are trespassing on police property. You have 20 seconds to comply.
Thank you, Jay, so very much for that $5 super chat, brother. This one is just for you. Luda, what do you got? What do we got there? There you go. Long live the fighters. Go!
Long live the fighters!
Oh shit, Mike coming out swinging. Feeling sorry for Californians. This is like feeling sorry for fat fucks that won't work out and eat like shit and wonder why they have a heart attack or diabetic stroke.
The world is full of them. It is.
It's their choice. Let them make that choice.
There's always
Californians that want to vote this shit in. I mean, it's not like they're just gonna vote another damn in. Whether they are worse, whether they are better, whether whatever, it's just gonna it keeps the problem there. There are too many restrictions about what you can and you can't do, what you can and you can't say. I mean, you want to know what the prototype for socialist America is? Just look at California. Look at the people living on the street. Look at the shit in the middle of the street. Look at the drugs in the middle of the street. Look at all of that, and then tell me I'm wrong. Deploy the likes, Culture Casino. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Good morning, brother.
The Master Beard.
You know that? Holy shit! How do you know that?
I've seen him. I've seen him hanging out with you. I've seen him on other shows. I've checked out his stuff. I know he's the Master Beard. Why sometimes does Zeropium sound like an old Dutch farmer?
You don't know, eh?
I don't know, eh?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I truly don't know.
It's not his way, eh?
It is not our way. It's not our way. It's not our way. Until
what is
the
a Chronos?
I'll take things I don't know for 200, Alex. It's a rather big category. Holy shit. Mim's still swinging this morning. Good God. Okay. Yes, and my fat fuck ass deserved an early death, and so I changed. Similar to how I realized being a Democrat was being a artard. Because I'm in Canada and I can't say certain things. Man.
Culture says I got a live stream demonetized for silly reasons. Censorship is alive and well. It is.
Yeah. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
It's like that, you know, the same old shit that we've talked about before for weeks and months and years on end. It's like, oh, DEI is dying. Wokeness is going away. No, guys, it's not going anywhere. I'm sorry to say it's probably here to stay because the puppets out there are going to keep towing their own goddamn line, trying to control their own narrative. And if someone gets taken out, someone just takes the next step over and we continue this cycle down the swirling toilet of woke bullshit. It's not going anywhere.
Have you heard about all the shit going on at Ubisoft?
You mean what's left of it? the scraps that they're desperately clinging to and doubling down on?
Pretty much it's going to come down to the only thing that's worth anything is the IPs. I guarantee you those buildings get demolished. They're actual offices that they don't use anymore because they let everybody work from home. Those buildings that they own, that they run, that they cool, that they take care of every day, that they maintenance. They're just gonna go to shit.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, what do you have at the end of the day besides your IPs? And those are all gonna get sold off and
yeah, exactly. They'll get auctioned off. Yeah, they'll get auctioned off or bought out by a whole entire other company as part of just another chain in the umbrella. And I wish I could say I'm sorry to see things like this happen, but when you follow a medium that's been going down this same road over the past several years and you consistently lose funds because you've invested your cash dollars the wrong way, you followed the wrong business models, you don't stick to your principles if you even have any to begin with in the first place, you deserve exactly what you get. They were the ones that always used to say you should get used to not owning your games. Yeah, well, how's that working out for you? And I'm not a businessman. I'm not a corporate guy. I am a general consumer. And I can say with utmost certainty, well, Zero, you claim you don't know much, but you spew a lot of facts out there. Well, facts are facts, because when the economic numbers don't lie and your business is in the tank because you've ran it like shit for several years, I don't need to know as many facts as much as common knowledge, because general consumerism doesn't play that shit no more. Or at least I hope not. The numbers speak for themselves. When you force crap down people's throats and tell them to like it and they don't get a choice, this is exactly the kind of thing that's going to happen. Because believe it or not, people really don't like being told what to do most of the time. When it comes to bullshit like this, we know better. I know they all think we're stupid and they know what's good for us, but no, they don't. Who is going to know us better than us, the consumer? I would love to spend my money on things that are meaningful and have value. And those things that are meaningful and value are getting a lot more few and far between. So, hey, hats off to the people that follow that shit business model, because you're saving me a lot of money and it's losing you a lot of yours. How does it feel?
Zombie Box Review throws in a Shiba Emu, throwing in the number one. Thank you, brother. No, I agree. I absolutely agree. Let them go the way of mediocrity. Let them go to the way of, this company used to exist. Let them keep going. Do I think that this is here to stay? You wouldn't have these companies saying this is going to be $1 trillion business to push this shit, without someone still sticking around trying to make it happen. Do I think it's going to cool down? Yes. Do I think we are stuck with type A and type B body for all time? I think we are, until something massive, until the pendulum swings and it goes the other way. By God, I think we are. Yeah. And I don't want that pendulum to swing too far the other way, because then we get what we had back in the late 90s and the early 2000s, which was censor. Mm-hmm. You can't have anything. No, I do not believe that. Do they go with the age ratings and stick with the age ratings? There's no reason why Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball on PS4 couldn't have been released to the United States. There's absolutely no reason why not. You know why they didn't do it? Because they didn't want to look like they were promoting a volleyball game where girls in bikinis run around and play volleyball. That's the only reason. Because they didn't want the optics. What changed? They used to. Yes, they did. They had guys sitting there with their controllers Googling hot girls.
You mean they didn't want this? They didn't want this? Look, boobs. Oh my God. How offensive are they? Bullshit.
So,
sorry, I didn't.
They don't get it. But they have pushed this whole thing. Project Cambridge says Type A and B won't be around for long. They are forcing it as a standard to even get your game released. So if you want your game released on like a PS5 and you have a choice, you got to do the A-B thing. Otherwise, they will not release your game, which means that your game's only going to get released on PC, because Xbox isn't going to do it either. Xbox is all in on this too. So your consoles have pretty much done supply and demand, and anything that gets moved over and ported to Switch is going to have it. The new Dragon Quest has it. Okay, so it's now the publisher's decision, but the publisher is being told, do this or you don't get your release.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
So you can sit there and be like, well, it's a publisher's choice. That is the biggest load of bullshit because they are told we will not release your game here if you do not do this. Just like they have to go in and make changes to relationships and all that nonsense when it comes out in like Iraq. Oh, a game came out in Iraq the other day. Well, guess what? All the LGBT plus Q nonsense crap that we have to deal with, they didn't have to deal with because they just cut it out of the game.
Mm-hmm. Do you think if they had a beach volleyball game where women were running around with banana hammocks playing beach volleyball, would they have a problem with that? Because they've got some representation. I don't think they'd have a problem with that.
Nope.
If you got some chick dude packing her tidy whities with a pair of wedgie socks in there running around, yeah, I don't know. We've got representation. Also, yeah, I was going to point this out. I don't know if you missed the earlier one, but Olds Gamer has thrown out 2 friggin' memberships today already. Yeah, there was one earlier.
Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass. God, I gotta go. Okay. I just missed it. This wasn't something that was like way back. Okay, at 8:50, Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass gave a membership, and that membership went to Puddle Jumper. Congratulations, Puddle Jumper, and Poopa Chalupa got a membership. What is up, Poopa Chalupa? Damn. We gotta find more people with names like that. Congratulations, Poopa Chalupa.
Everybody get on it. Start coming up with
Mike's dog. I wonder if that's
your...
what Mike's dog uses to listen to his Poopa Chalupa.
Maybe, unless he calls him Alf.
Mike calls him a little shitty machine all the time. So thank you, Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass. Thank you so very much, brother, for your 2 gifted memberships. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And brother, this one is just for you. We're gonna set some shit on fire this morning. Skull! Mike's in chat.
All right.
Zombie box reviews.
Excellent.
So many good people. We've had Culture in the chat this morning. We've got Elizabeth Young in chat. Kronos is hanging out in chat. We saw Shum, the El Perro defender and shouter outer. El Perro's biggest fan, Shum. There you go. El Perro's biggest fan, Shum.
There's there's what, 63 people watching right now for a Monday morning. Damn, you guys are dedicated.
Thank you very much, guys. And I tell you what, this has been interesting. So many people to blame, so many little time. Take absolutely no stock in owning up your shit. Okay? Take absolutely no thought of owning to the things you do. Just blame it on everything else. Blame it on climate change.
I blame that Steve guy.
Blame it on the sequel trilogy. I'm off to watch the sequel trilogy. Stay safe, all. Yeah, blame it all on the sequel trilogy. Blame it all on climate. Oh, did you hear climate change? Everything's hotter than ever, right? Well, where do they experience? It's not El Nino. It's like La Nino. La Nino. La Nino occurs when the ocean is cooler than it should be.
You mean the ocean can change temperatures?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You know how the entire time Biden's been in office, everything's been orange. It's like anytime you turn on the news and that shit's like bright orange or dark red. And it's like, this is the country cooking under climate change. Well, now that Trump's back in office, everything's going to go like green and blue again. So all your maps are going to go back to being a green and blue again. All the red's gone. La Nina, that's right.
La Nina.
La Nina.
Master
El
beer.
Nina, El Nino, and La Nino. So yeah, you've got La Nino and El Nino. El Nino is when it's warmer. La Nino is when it's cooler. So the oceans are cooler than they normally are. I'm like, wow, you guys got to roll back a lot of this. Like, seriously, it's like Fires. Yeah, I know what's going on.
Well, this is
Fires.
really confusing because like I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that water is actually effective in putting out fires. So what if the water is warm? Won't that make the fire spread?
Well, get a load of this because this is one of the best things. Have you not seen the Canadian planes flying in and like landing? Okay, so the Canadians show up and they're like, "Hey, what's our job, eh?" And they're like, "Well, we want you to fly over and we want you to dump water on the fire because we found out water can put out fires." And they're like, "Okay, that's pretty good, eh? Where do you want us to pick up the water, eh? Where's your pool? Where can we land the jet and fill up the water?" "Well, we don't have any water." "You got a whole bloody ocean out there, mate, and you don't have any water." And California's like, "Well, we can't use that water." And the Canadians are just like, "No, man, we'll go get the water. You don't worry." And then you see the planes like I mean, seriously, it's like San Diego, right? LA, you got water and they're like, and they land in the ocean and they're like, "We're full." And they and the Californians are like, "You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that." And the Canadians are like, well, fuck, mate. We're just going to go get the water, eh? You were like, "We don't have any water." "Well, we noticed that you had like a whole ocean there that you weren't using."
I
But
want
the
to
salt water in the ground. Nah, man. We do it every day. Every day at home, we go and we get the seawater and we dump it on the fire and the grass grows back greener than ever.
"Hey, buddy, I heard you guys were having some fires out there. I brought my teacup. If you want to run this under your kitchen tap, I can help put out the fire for you, buddy." Whoa, what are those planes doing up there over that ocean? Wait, what do you mean they're picking up the water, buddy? Holy shit, look at him fly. Why is he wasting all that water on the trees? Trees don't need water to grow. Oh, they're burning? Why are they on fire? Oh, they didn't know there was an ocean over there. Why didn't they know there was an ocean over there? They can't seriously be that stupid, can they?
They're running the country. These are the people that are running the country. They're running California and they're running it off of a fucking cliff. Don't fall for this. No, do not fall for this. Do not listen to this absolute insane nonsense. It is time people stood up and said enough of this nonsense. I will run. If you get your normal, average, everyday working American to run for office, people will vote for you. Why? Because you're just the normal, average, everyday guy that doesn't know shit. The only way it works, though, is if you get a whole bunch of them in office all at the same time. That way they all have to figure this shit out together, and they outnumber the legacy elite that have run it into the ground. That's it. Arlena sent a $5 rumble rant. No shit. The effing smelt, a non-native fish that hasn't been seen in 6 years. Yep, it's all Trump's fault.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Jester's Darth Arlena.
We have been trying to keep up with chat, but when we do so much goddamn material, it's a little bit tricky sometimes. Californians are so stupid that Canada sent two planes, help, and some retard flew a drone to film and knocked out 50% of the plane support. Californians equals morons. Now, I'm Canadian. I don't know much about math, but that seems to make a lot of sense to me, buddy.
I wouldn't be surprised if you heard they did it intentionally. They're taking the seawater. We're going to run out if they do that.
I just love the fact that we sent planes down there to help and they fucking broke. I know it's not a complete laughing matter. Guys, if you want to see more material
fire
like this,
trucks. They sent fire trucks from other states. You know what California did? They said, Whoa, hold on there, bucko. We don't know where your trucks have been. They have to go through a 29 million point inspection in California for the fire council, and that only meets one time every 2 months. So your trucks are going to be sitting there not being used for the next month and a half until the council meets again. You know what I would do if they were like, whoa there, buddy, stop? I'd be like, boom, boom, see ya, zoom, all the way to the Palisades and just go to work. Do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go and fight the fire and tell them to go fuck themselves.
Mm-hmm. Shellback, is that the one you were talking about? Trump is right. We don't need anything from Canada. Well, nothing but you. Sko. That's awesome. Well, believe it or not, that's the joy in the joy and the curse of what's going to happen with the tariffs and everything that's going on. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Who gives a fuck about small fish, ass buddy? Fish. Hold on, I just started. I gotta finish it. He's thinking right now, why the fuck did I give him access to the control panel up in this son of a bitch? Who the fuck gives a fuck about small ass fish that is food for other bigger fish, buddy? Don't they know that this fish even exists? My guess is no. Guys, if you want more material like this,
come back next Monday. Oh my God.
Then God help us all. You need to raise your bar. But in all honesty, thank you so much, everybody. And you know what? I do want to clarify something really quick. I know we're going over. Last week when I said I'm not here because I want to be here, what I meant by that is I'm not here for myself. I'm not here to promote me. I'm here to hang out with my brother over here. I'm here to hang out with all you in chat. And God help us, that's what we got to keep doing because shit is still as crazy as it always is. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be well, be excellent to each other, and just enjoy the simple things because right now that's all we got.
Mike, you film anything and everything. You send it here, we will go over it to the nail. Thank you, my friend. Be our correspondent in the great state of California. And all of Valhalla goes with you. And hopefully you survive the dumbassery that is the red state of California.
Do you
which
think
is actually blue?
Do you think, Loki, for one time only, for this live special event, could we bring Mim out of retirement to do a live correspondence with us?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Could it happen?
Could it happen?
Will it? I don't know. Tune in and find out.
All right, we're getting out of here, guys. Thank you so very much. Keep kicking ass. Keep taking names. Be great. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you on the next one. Guys, take care and have a great one.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.